Tonight, the final one of their homestand, hosting the Lumberjacks from Cloquet, Esco, and Carleton. Hunters joined on the ice by some of the young mites from around town. The Lumberjacks ranked 9th in all of Class A. A big recent sophomore Jordan Sewell wins that race to the puck, hops on his own rebound. His team leading 21st of the year makes it 1-0. Then on the very next shift, the puck finds its way to the captain, Cole Painovich, at the point. That shot tipped in by senior Luca Gentilini. That's 2 goals in 13 seconds. Then, with time winding down in that first period, that first shot saved by the Hunters goalie. But what a setup behind the net to feed Neil Elsmore on the back door. Three's company for the Lumberjacks after that first frame. Senior goalie Jacob Ilianardo making all 22 saves tonight. CEC explodes for 9 goals in a shutout win over Denfeld. And elsewhere across Minnesota tonight, the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets get their revenge in a rematch of last season's state tournament semifinals. They take down East Grand Forks 4-3, and the International Falls Broncos continue their red-hot streak. Still just 1 regulation loss all year long. They cruise to a 13-0 shutout over Moose Lake. And still to